been in the FM industry. My first job in the industry, I was chief engineer for Holiday Inn's hotels in my early 20s. Since then, I've worked for a number of premier and prestigious companies such as Hyatt Hotels, Jones Lang LaSalle, White Lodging, Enron, but also most recently with ABM for a number of years. So I have quite a few years of experience in the industry. The Midwest is just an exciting area, and when you think of the greater Midwest and you start thinking beyond Chicago, you think about Milwaukee, you think about Detroit, you think about Indianapolis, you think about Minneapolis, St. Louis. It's a very exciting area, and if you go to any of those major areas or major cities that I just mentioned, there are key top-tier clients in every single one of them. And there's so many bases of major companies and major real estate, major industries that are based in the Chicago area and the greater Midwest area, that my goals are to be the preferred provider of subcontracted engineering services and integrated facility management services. GSH's strength is in their dedicated engineering services, but they also, are strong in just the whole integrated facility management realm. So, I think the Chicago market and the greater Midwest market is it's getting a little bit weary of the same old. And so I think what we're going to bring to the market is very strong skills, very strong technical skills, very high integrity, and very strong support. I look forward to growing the team and really having a strong, solid team throughout the Midwest that can service all customers' needs. I've been in the business in Chicago since 1986. Again, worked for some of the larger, well-known names, and I have many connections in Chicago, which I'll be reaching out to, talking to, and reintroducing myself to. But also, a number of companies, a number of the connections are in fact companies that I've worked with that were either my subcontractors or people we worked on the same jobs with. Some of them being MBEs or WBs that we would look to work collaboratively on new business and opportunities together. So a combination of client contacts that I would have, plus other companies that may not they're complement to what GSH would do. I have been a member of BOMA. I look to reestablish my roots with them. So that, when you say are there any events, I will attend as many events as I can. John Healy is back in the industry, and looking to capitalize on that. In the Chicago market, many of the buildings require licensed stationary engineers, which is a fairly straightforward process, and it's something that we're well aware of. Depending upon the city, depending upon the business we're going after, there might be certain contractor licenses, but the certifications are not very extensive and not something that I haven't already had at one point in time, whether I've need to reestablish them or not, or our staff can have them. GSH will be coming into the Chicago market new, and we're smaller than some of the larger firms, but I don't view that necessarily as a bad thing for GSH, but it is a competitive advantage for for our competitors. They've been in the market a long time and they're much bigger. The largest single competitor would be Able, but that's, again, our industry has changed, especially on the commercial real estate side. You know, Jones Lang LaSalle, CBRE, and Cushman & Wakefield, they self-perform the engineering function at their locations. So there are significant players in the Midwest market. After that, I would say Able's probably the largest single competitor to GSH. After that, it drops off significantly. There's no major single players that we'd be going up against. But a double-digit growth in data centers, and I think that should be a key market for GSH. Industrial buildings, warehouses, third-party logistic firms, also just unbelievable growth in that. What are the challenges? The technologies that are put in buildings that would never maybe put in right. So then you have to be careful how you use technology, and I think, again, that's one of GSH's strengths in trying to keep things simple. You know, there's a lot of people who will send you, you know, take this piece of technology, lay it on your desk, and all your problems will be solved. That usually doesn't work. Compression of margin, compression of profitability, it makes it tough for some companies to compete. What we call scope creep, where you're hired to do a particular job, and then the size or complexity of that job keeps increasing without a commensurate increase in compensation. I love being able to solve age-old problems, especially in the facilities world. There is nothing worse than going into a building or a facility and you know, talking about a particular issue and being told that it's always been that way. So I love bringing new solutions to age-old problems. We're very dedicated to finding out what the client is looking for, what the problems have been, what has not worked before, and designing now new solutions. I mean, basically, we can do anything for anybody, and we will.